Transit Service. Moving forward.
Good morning, Wilmington. Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington. Wake up, y'all. Come on, have a great day. Ooh.
Good morning, Wilmington. Look, what's happening is your main man, Big Ive. And look, the talk of the town, I got to tell you, some amazing things happening in Wilmington. And if you missed Monday's episode, make sure you go back, rewind, and watch it all over again. There's some powerful things that's happening over at the Teen Warehouse. They got Sean's Room. They got Mac Gym about to open up. December 6th is the day that it's happening. The ribbon cutting is happening. Now, you saw what DETV is doing for the community during Thanksgiving. Now it's Christmas time, and a lot of people are wondering, are they going to be financially fit after Christmas? Are they going to be physically fit after Christmas? And Devon Mitchell from Anytime Fitness is here. He is the owner and the coach of Anytime Fitness in 4 Seasons right here in Delaware to let you know how you can remove some of that mistletoe around those areas. Devon, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for the invite and giving us an opportunity to share some of the tools that we have in Anytime Fitness for your members. One of those tools, it's Apple Plus. So Anytime Fitness has partnered with Apple Fitness Plus to provide tools and access to digital tools so you can use in your home and at the gym. So for instance, at home, you can start with a mindful session or yoga session, and then end your day with a strength training session at Anytime Fitness, where our coaches are gonna help walk you through a specific program focused on your needs, your focuses. Way we do that is a couple things. You stop in, and we ultimately wanna know where you are, engage with you on your current journey, and then really focus to see how you get there at the end of the year.
Now, Devon, that is. Did I hear it right? You partnered with Apple Fitness?
Yes, the only fitness company that is partnered with Apple Fitness. That's huge. It's not something to sneeze at. That is December 1st, it comes out where Apple Fitness and Anytime Fitness partnership is going to be launching that collaboration. What it means to our Anytime Fitness members is that as an Anytime Fitness member, you have access to the Apple Fitness suite of tools that's going to help you throughout not only the Christmas or the holiday season, but beyond.
I love it. All right, so Christmas is right around the corner. I mean, a couple weeks away. Well, yeah, a couple weeks away. What advice would you give the people that's watching at home?
Advice that we would like to give you from Anytime Fitness, from our vantage point, is first of all thinking about gratitude where you are on your journey, and then know that joining a community that can help you stay motivated not only through the holidays but beyond is going to be key. We look at this as a hybrid fitness. Most of us are going to be doing things at home, being on the road, but also having those tools that you can leverage in that community, and the Anytime Fitness and Apple Plus community would definitely help you to do that.
I love it. So tell people where they can find more about Anytime Fitness and what you do.
You can find Anytime Fitness, anytimefitness.com. You can find our specific location. We're on Facebook, on Instagram at Newark DE3. That's where we are, Newark DE3. You can find all the things about our specific location. You have to remember that Anytime Fitness has over 5,200 locations worldwide. So there's probably an Anytime Fitness close to you. Go online, lock in, and we'll see you soon.
I love it. Thank you so much for stopping by, good brother. Appreciate you. All right, so make sure you put all the turkey's over and done with. What is the food for Christmas? What is it, Sean? What is it? Is it turkey? Is it turkey? It's ham for Christmas. Ham and turkey. Well, I'm not doing any ham, but I'm definitely not doing any more turkey. The turkey didn't knock the brother out. But I tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break because what we got coming up next is something that you don't want to miss. Man Up Health Fair coming this Friday, isn't it right? this Friday. And I got Lovell Kosh here and my homegirl, Nora, the nurse of the year. Love you, Nora. All right, we'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned. Good morning, Wilmington.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
What's going on? Welcome back. It's your main man, Big Eye, to Talk of the Town, Mr. DETV. And this would not be a show without Nora. Hey, Nora. How you doing, love?
I'm fine, thank you, Ivan.
Lavelle, how you doing, good brother?
Well, thank you for having us.
All right, thanks for coming. Nora's beauty just overtook my
Oh,
intro.
my goodness.
And I got to give, and if we could give awards out for capeless superheroes, Nora will definitely be one. Not just an advocate for, for life in itself, but definitely an advocate for health. So thank you for everything that you're doing
Thank you
in
for
the
that
community.
recognition.
I really appreciate it because you were there before it was popular.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
think
mean?
so.
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm old now?
No, long in the tooth.
Okay.
Seasoned.
Seasoned, right.
vintage,
That's
vintage.
what that's what we call them, seasoned veterans.
Okay,
There's
seasoned veterans.
And,
Okay.
and thank you. And Lovell, thank you so much for stopping by the Plaza today as well. And the reason that they're stopping by is to keep more men aware of what's going on with their health. And you guys have a health fair coming up on December 1st, which is this Friday. Man up.
Yes, sir. So thank you again for having us. You were the first person, and we're keeping that tradition alive. So we
appreciate
have
it.
Man Up for Better Health Fair. It's the largest single-day health fair in the state.
Okay.
For men only.
Say it again.
For men only.
Right.
So we'll have over 15 vendors providing health screenings such as HIV testing, diabetes. We'll have flu shots. We'll also have things to help people from a financial situation. So we'll have breakout rooms going over tangible financial literacy steps. We'll also have free haircuts, free massages, and to make sure that everyone's able to get there, we have a partnership with the great folks at Lyft that's going to provide vouchers to people to come and go free of charge, presented by Lyft. So we're trying to make it accessible as possible.
Wait a minute. Okay, so let me get this right. So there's a health care fair going on, right? And you're creating no barriers for men to get there.
Yes,
Because, and what do men get, right? What do men get?
You know, Father's Day is back on everyone's calendar.
Oh,
you know?
who you telling? Mama gets, she's always my favorite. I love my favorite girl.
You know.
We get, Papa was a Rolling Stone.
That's it.
No,
That's it.
But now we have a healthcare fair.
Yes, we
and
do.
so Nora, I have to ask, okay, what role do you play in this?
So I really feel like this is so important for men to have a focus. We do focus so much on women's events, you know, and men come sometimes, but this is really for men, created by men, and we want men to feel comfortable to come there. And my role has been to just be on the committee and maybe guide a little bit and also provide access through ChristianaCare. We're going to be providing flu shots, blood pressures, and also COVID boosters. I know COVID seems to be behind us, but it really isn't.
Right.
So these three things, if they're radically convenient for men, they may definitely think twice and say, I think I need to get it while I'm here, along with their haircut, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I see that as really helpful. Men really like that,
Okay.
to be a part of it.
So let me ask you, Nora, as a nurse, and I know you've seen some things, what are some of the elements that are affecting men here in Delaware?
Well, we talked a little bit before, but the chronic diseases still are the top ones that affect our men. We have our cancers that are prostate, lung, colorectal. We also have diabetes. I mean, we've got to get this diabetes under control because it affects your kidneys and a lot of other things.
Yeah.
And then heart disease. I mean, so these three are really important, and they're a part of my list. There are other things that are affecting men too: mental health,
Yeah.
HIV, and they're not isolated just to men. But I always want men to really think about what they can do, not only to know about their health, but also to really take that next step to do something about it. Seek a primary care doctor. And having testing there with men and other men doing it may be like a buddy system for them. They're afraid to do something, but if they see another man do it, they say, hey, hey, let's do it together.
It's funny, right? We're having a conversation, and I'm thinking, and I want to ask you this, Lovell, why do you believe men don't show up at the doctor's office?
The same reason why you don't, go to the test and you take the test with confidence. You know you're going to fail it.
You know you're going to fail it.
You go there, you fall asleep that day. You go a little late today because you just know you didn't do what you had to. And too often, our health falls to the waistline, And this is why I love these events, because we're going to make one day one.
Yeah.
And everyone's understand that you're coming in at a different place. Myself, I have my own gym and I push health and fitness, but I haven't had a checkup in years. So I'm going to get a checkup while I was there and available. And it's all presented by the 100 Black Men of Delaware, based off of our national chapter.
Yeah, and last week you had a diabetes walk, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the 100 Black Men, we're sponsored around, we're built around 4 pillars, and one of those pillars is health and wellness. So I'm the health and wellness coordinator, and we're all about making things accessible. So we're one of the only organizations in Delaware to provide a free 5K. November is Diabetes Awareness Month. We had our Diabetes Awareness 5K. Last year, we had about 15 people come, and 10 from my mom's church group. So we came a long way. Last week, we had 80 people there, and we're growing, and we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I'm just really happy to be a part of a group. And also, fun fact, one of the founding members of the 100 Black Men was Jackie Robinson.
Nice. All right, didn't know that. Didn't know that. All right, so what do you want people on Saturday? What do you want them to take away from
Well,
the
it's
event?
not Saturday, it's Friday.
The Friday after.
Oh,
after. What do you want them to
afterwards.
take away after? They wake up Saturday morning. What do you want men to? And this is not just Black men. This is all men.
Yes,
Let's get that straight.
Yes.
Right?
I hope that everyone knows that all men are welcome. The thing I want people to understand is today I did something to help my family. Because as men, we don't often do stuff for us, but we'll do stuff for our family, our kids, our friends, but we're, put ourselves on the back burner. So now I'm looking out for my family by looking out for myself. So I want someone to think about their family that they want to help and understand that it's not a big ordeal. It's simply just go and talk to someone like Nora, very friendly, and to say, I want to get this test, and that's it. It's all confidential. It's all, personal. We'll follow all the HIPAA compliances, and the opportunity to just give their family the help that they need by being there for the long term.
I love it.
I think I agree with that. We do these campaigns around Father's Day, be there for your family. And I like your suggestion really is, how are you going to help your family? And you want to lead by example, because what we teach our children and we show them by example, they will carry on those health behaviors as they grow older. They will have had that experience.
Absolutely.
So if you go to the doctor or you talk with your significant other about, look, my blood pressure was high, I need to do something, help me do something. you really are helping your family,
Yeah.
because you don't want to have a stroke and you don't want to jeopardize and burden your family with that.
Yeah, and that's what's happening right now. You're finding that the way that where I was raised, how I was raised was like not even worry about focus on health. It was focused on like getting out, all right, getting out of the hood, right? You know, education and things like that. But and now you get in your 40s and your 50s, you're like, wait a minute, so hold on, I left my health back there.
Yeah,
let me go back there and get it.
Don't take a nap.
Let me go right, exactly. Exactly.
You take a nap, you wake up, you all good. Sometimes it's not the case.
You're absolutely right. So again, men, if you're watching, make sure you be there December 1st at the
Berl Sports Complex from 10 to 2. You know, we're at the old Corpus Christi down the street from the VA.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. And again, you got a lot of different things going on. You said diabetes,
HIV, blood pressure, flu shots,
financial.
Yeah, breakout room too. So let's try to make it private, because you know some things people aren't comfortable, which is fair. Yeah. So we'll have breakout rooms where we can talk to people one-on-one, and once again, it's all for you and more importantly for your family.
Take advantage of it. Take advantage.
Yeah, everything's free too. Just can't say that enough.
Free 99.
Free.
That's it. The best price.
Free 99.
Free 99, and you got transportation provided to you by Lyft.
Yes, which can be offered to you. You always have to sign up with the registration link, just so we know where to obviously send the Lyft drivers or what have you.
Perfect. We'll make sure we put the registration link in the description in there, so people can no barriers.
And if you just need to stop by, if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to talk with some professionals, please stop by, because that's when people really get motivated to do things, if they can have that private conversation.
Yeah.
So.
It's a lot of it. I appreciate you too, you capeless superheroes, you. All right. Go ahead. I'll tell you what. You got 15 seconds. That's your camera, and you can go ahead and tell the community about it.
Awesome. So once again, thank you guys for having us. At the end of the day, anything you do should be for your family, particularly for our men out there. So all I'm asking you to do is come by at the Berl Sports Complex this Friday, December 1st, 10 to 2, and just, have a conversation, get a test, get a haircut, get a massage, or even bring your son or your friend who's been putting off their health far too long. We don't want to wait until it's too long to make a life-changing decision.
And I just want to say, any women who know their men won't come alone, you need to tell them we're going on a special little trip down to the December 1st event.
Yes.
Because sometimes they need that support.
Yeah, that's right. Because we want to see you next year for Christmas.
There you go.
Yes,
all right. Thank you too for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Next time, just keep us in the loop. What's happening? We'll be sure to bring you on to talk about it.
We sure will, Ivan.
All right. Next up, my man Tyler, to tell us about what's going on with HIV.
Yeah.
Recognizing December 1st as National AIDS Awareness Day. Tyler Berl is here on the Plaza. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is still accepting applications. Funding is limited. Apply today. This grant program provides up to $50,000 to qualified Delaware families for eligible housing-related expenses, such as future or delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, homeowners association fees, or water or sewage fees. Over $20 million has already been dispersed statewide. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. Visit online or call 888-303-4324 for more information.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future, but Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
You know the why for state-of-the-art fitness centers and amazing pools.
But we're so much more.
The why is where Delawareans improve their health.
Where our communities get stronger.
Where everyone belongs.
It's where we battle chronic disease.
where cancer survivors restore their mind and body.
And weight loss goals become lifelong habits.
We are the why.
Good for you and good for the community.
Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
Welcome back. It's your main man, Big I, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV. And back on the Plaza, I have my man, Tyler. Berl, Tyler, what's happening, brother?
Ivan, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for the time.
Come on, how am I say no to you, man?
Hey, you know what? I got to keep asking them. I got to keep coming back. I got to keep coming back.
Look, HIV, Executive Director of HIV Consortium, right? It's a lot happening. The day is, December 1st marks World AIDS Day, right?
World AIDS Day.
What does that mean?
So December 1st every year is a recognition of World AIDS Day. And it's an awareness event, but even more important than that, it's a day to mourn and honor all of those individuals who have died from HIV.
Right.
A lot of times those individuals are quietly lost, and we don't, we tend to not think about them. And we need to realize that these are people who live lives, and we need to honor and recognize them.
Oh, without a doubt, man, without a doubt. And you look at it like from where we first started with HIV and AIDS into where we are now. And let's talk about that. Like, sure. Where are we?
So this year, December 1st, 2023, World AIDS Day will mark the 35th time that we've held this event. It's a national, it's a global event, an awareness event. And in Delaware, HIV, it's kind of at a crossroads. What
do you mean?
So, there are roughly 4,000 people living with HIV here in Delaware. There's been roughly 6,500 people diagnosed since 1981 here in Delaware. And we're doing really good things. We have community-based organizations that are specialized in serving their individual populations.
Right.
We have antiretroviral, or we have pharmaceutical medicines that if you're living with HIV, can ensure that you live a life that's equal to that of those who are not living with HIV.
Right.
We have really good prevention tools that you can choose to take. What's the best modality for you? And we have community-based organizations who can provide those to you. Mm-hmm. So we have everything that we need to stop HIV here in Delaware in its tracks. Mm-hmm. But I say it's uncertain because we're fighting at crosswinds. We're dealing with an HIV apathy that people think that HIV is solved, and it's not.
That's the way it looks. You don't hear too much about
exactly.
it anymore. And COVID came, and it put it in the back burner, back of people's heads.
Exactly.
Minds.
And so what we're saying is that for the 5 years leading up to COVID, we are dealing with less than 100 diagnoses of people living with HIV every year here in Delaware. And since COVID, we've never gotten back to those HIV testing numbers in the community. And that's key. It's testing in the community where people feel safe and feel strong and feel supported and trust the people who are doing them.
Right.
Doing your tests to keep it quiet and, to them. But what we're seeing is that we're not doing the testing in the community as much as we used to be. Mm-hmm. And because of that, we're having new people, a much greater rate of people diagnosed with HIV.
Right. So what do we need to do to get more testing out?
So it's interesting. So one thing is to make sure that there's events like World AIDS Day, that people are aware that we need to be tested, that just because you can treat HIV once you're diagnosed, you don't want to be diagnosed with HIV. You want to prevent it before it happens because HIV is expensive, and there's a stigma that we need to fight against all the time. So what we need to do is we need people aware that they should be regularly testing. And doing the things to protect their health. But at the same time, I also say that we're at a crossroads because we're finding out now that starting in 2024, the federal amount of money coming into Delaware to treat HIV prevention to provide HIV prevention services in the community is going to be reduced by $800,000.
Wow.
From where it was in 2023, starting in 2024. So every AIDS service organization who provides HIV prevention services in the community where it's trusted, it's going to be hit by this. That means staffing cuts. It's going to mean less services and populations who need real, true services in places that they trust aren't going to have the services available to them. Wow. And so I say that we're at a crossroads because, every dollar that comes out of the community, cut, less money from the federal government, is a service that's not going to be provided in the areas that need it.
Wow.
And so there's things, there's things that we can do. Our community-based organizations who are providing these services are still trying to do everything that they can to stretch the dollars.
Right.
Trying to do it.
Right.
We also know that we need to be pushing on the state to put out additional dollars. That is state funds, not federal funds, because Delaware's in the minority that they don't provide a direct amount of money for HIV prevention services themselves. So we need state funding as well. And then, we again need to do everything that we can as a community to continue to provide these services, because we don't want any new person diagnosed with HIV who didn't have to be.
Right.
Because we are seeing cuts in funding.
Right. Wow. Okay. Now let me ask you, for people to get testing, is that something that the HIV Consortium can help with?
Definitely. So one event that we're going to be at, in alignment with World AIDS Day, is the Man Up Better Health Fair.
Oh, you're there with those guys?
That we just talked about.
Nice, nice.
So we'll be there, but any day that you want to get an HIV test, you come into our office.
Okay.
We're at 100 West 10th Street in Wilmington. We also have an office in Milford. But you walk in, and we'll give you a test anytime. Any of our staff can do it. We also want to make sure that we're out in the community, and we're trying to figure out ways now that starting in 2024, how we still have staff to provide those services in the community, again, where people trust the services the most.
Right.
We want to be where people are and are doing, what you would consider higher risk behaviors to become impacted or affected by HIV.
I like it. Yeah, it's again accessible for people.
Exactly.
Love it.
And we understand that the populations that are most impacted by this are people living in Wilmington, African American, Black communities, men who have sex with men, and injection drug communities, users. We want to make sure that any AIDS service organization are in those areas where those populations are residing.
Yeah.
We want to be there.
Okay, so this Friday you're gonna be right there with Man Up.
We'll be offering testing out there.
Oh, that's awesome. So what do you think about that fair, that health fair?
I think this is our first time participating in it, but I do have to say, like Nora said, we need to make sure that as men, we're getting the health screens that we can to provide for our family, right?
Yeah.
And so I know that before I entered the HIV space, I was scared to get an HIV test. And the thing is, we need to make sure that we get over some of those stigmas, those scared. I didn't want to fail the test.
Right.
Like was being talked about. And so now understanding that HIV test isn't scary, that if you're HIV positive, we'll make sure you get linked to care. If you're HIV negative, also fantastic, and we'll get you linked to the service to make sure you stay HIV negative. There's courses of action out there for everybody, no matter what side of the test you come off.
Right, I got you.
We can't be scared of getting tested. That's the number one thing we need to do.
I hear you. AIDS World Day this Friday.
World AIDS Day.
The
35th anniversary of World AIDS Day. This year's theme, it's going to be, it's World AIDS Day 35, Remember and Commit. We need to make sure that, understanding that these funding is going to be cut, but we need to commit as an entire community to continue to try to do this work. We can stop this HIV epidemic. We just need to commit to it.
There we go. I love it. Tyler, thank you so much for stopping by.
I always appreciate the time.
I always do. Anytime for you, my man. Matter of fact, time, you got 20 seconds on the community camera.
Sure.
Ready?
So, as we get through this World AIDS Day, the 35th on December 1st, I just want to draw back to the attention of what this day is here for. It's to mourn those who we lost and elevate those lives. Those are individuals who sometimes died lonely, but each of those individuals had worth, had power, and we need to speak about those. If you know somebody who's living with HIV, if you yourself have been impacted by HIV, I'd ask you to raise your hand, commit to doing the work to end this HIV epidemic. We can do it. We just need your help and your leadership.
I love it, Tyler. Thanks again, good brother.
Ivan,
appreciate you. All right, it's your main man, Big Ive. Hope you got something. I know you got something out of this episode. December 1st is the day that you need to mark on your calendars and make sure if you're a man that you need to be there. If you're a wife, married to a man, drag him, tell him you're taking him to the Eagles game or the Sixers game, and take him right over there to make sure that he's a part of the Man Up Health Fair. All right, it's your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town. I will see you on the other side of awesomeness, which is super, super duper awesomeness. I just made that up. All right, so I'll see you on the other side. DETVCH.com.